Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another movie review. This is going to be more of a film franchise review. I'm going to be reviewing Final Destination, the Final Destination film franchise, and it consists of Final Destination number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. So yeah, before I begin though, I'm going to give my 10-second spoiler warning as usual for those who haven't watched any of the movies from the franchise, or haven't watched one or a few of the movies from the franchise, or whatever the case is. Stop the video, go check out whatever movies from the franchise you still haven't watched, and then come back here and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. So yeah, 10 seconds are up. So for those who haven't watched whatever movies they need to catch up on, please don't comment down below or be messaging me. That never gave you fair warning, because as usual I did. So yeah, basically as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So basically, Final Destination revolves around the fact that there's a group of people who cheat death, and then basically they are killed one by death for having cheated him. They So yeah, basically the way they cheat death is because they were all supposed to be they were all supposed to die within this horrific event. Um, but one of the main then the main character has a premonition, which saves the whole group, usually a group of between 5 and 8 people, and then each one by one they are killed off. So yeah, in the first movie it was a plane crash. The second movie was a car crash. The third movie was a roller coaster derailment, and then later on in the film, it ended up being a subway train derailment. The fourth one was a speedway car crash, stadium collapse. Basically, like there's like one of those race car tracks. There's a race and then it crashed, and then due to and then somehow the stadium collapsed. So that was the fourth one, and then later on there was a mall explosion, or there was supposed to be a mall explosion, an explosion within a mall, a mall, mall, weird, MALL, a mall. I don't know. It just sounds weird all of a sudden, but you know what I mean. Um, and then the fifth one it was a bridge collapse, and then later on it ended up being a plane crash, which was the plane crash from the first movie. So the fifth one is a prequel to the first one. So yeah. So yeah, overall this film franchise is pretty good. It's very well done. The acting and the writing are pretty good. It is a bit cheesy at times, but it's a good type of cheese, and it is something expected from this franchise. It's very fun and very cheesy at times. The thing is that sometimes the cheese factor gets out of hand, especially within the third and fourth installment of the franchise. It just becomes a little bit too much, and just kind of starts being a bit unrealistic, and just kind of takes you out of the experience. But overall, the acting and the writing are very good and very well done within the cheese factor. Another thing I do like about the film franchise is the rules of death. Or death's rules. I don't know. It just sounds weird to me saying it for some reason. But death's laws, I guess, whatever. And basically, to put it at basic, death has its own set of laws or rules, and basically, why do I keep saying basically? But whatever. Whatever the thing that the laws say, it states that his laws basically say that if you cheat death, you will die no matter what, because you can't escape death. Um, and that's basically what it says. Now there are a few other things within the laws or rules or whatever. It does go a bit more in deep, but I'm not gonna get into it in this video. That's gonna be my discussion topic for this week's movie theory video. And that's the premise of those laws. It's pretty cool. Another thing I also do like about the movie or movies and the franchise are the ways they kill off people. I mean, it's just very creative because you've had basically have every basic way to kill off a person. They've decapitated people. They've crushed them. Yeah, they decapitated. They've crushed, stabbed, shot, ran over, burned, incinerated, impaled. Um, what else have they done? I'm trying to think of. Let's see, drowned, strangled, or strangled, hanged, whatever. Cut up. Basically, aside from decapitation, they've cut up other parts of the body to kill them. Um, yeah, crushed, impaled, stabbed, shot, decapitated, cut, cut other parts. Um, what do you call it? I guess gutted. They've gutted. They've taken out. I mean, I don't know what to call it, but there's this one death scene where this guy had his ass stuck to the bottom of a pool, like the drain of the bottom of the pool. He had his ass stuck to it, and then the guts kind of came out through his ass. So I don't know what you call that, but I guess gutted, or yeah, gutted, I guess. Decapitated, crushed, incinerated, burned, exploded, ran over, hanged, suffocated, drowned, crushed, impaled. What haven't they done? I'm honestly trying to think of. I don't. Yeah, they've been electrocuted. Yeah, they've basically done everything in the book. Yeah, they've basically done everything in the book. Because I really cannot think of anything they haven't done already in order to kill a person. Nah. Yeah, they've basically done everything in the book to kill. Yeah, butcher, food poisoning, kind of, drug overdose, kind of. That was kind of a side effect to what led up to the death. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Falling from a building. Trying to think. Burned, ran over, shot, exploded, incinerated. I mean, I'm literally trying to think. I'm pretty sure they've done everything in the book and more in order to kill a person, or at least badly injure them. But yeah, they've broken their bodies severely, like very severely. For example, in the fifth movie, there's just like the first death after the premonition. Was this girl? This girl was like it was into gymnastics, and she died because I don't know what happened to. Well, I know what happened to her. I just don't know how to explain it. But basically, the powder that the cheerleaders or whatever use, to keep their hands off, that kind of tipped over next to a fan that kind of blew into her face, and she kind of let go of the handlebars, and she kind of fell flat with her arms broken, with bones coming out, her back broken, which is, I think that's one of the few times I can't, that's like one of the only things in movies I really can't see because it's just too creepy. Like, so yeah, I mean, overall, but, the deaths are the way they kill people is very creative, and they've basically done everything in the book. Decapitated, cut, incinerated, exploded, shot, impaled, suffocated, drowned, hanged, gutted, I guess, yeah, gutted, decapitated, cut, incinerated, shot, stabbed, impaled, ran over. Yeah, they've basically done everything that I could think of. Burned, exploded, yeah. They've basically electrocuted, drowned, food poisoning, kind of, drug overdose, kind of. Yeah, they've basically done everything in the book. So yeah, the deaths are very creative. I mean, the only negatives about this movie is that about the film franchises is sometimes it gets a little too cheesy, too out of hand, and becomes a little bit far-fetched. but overall it's a pretty good film franchise. So the way I'm gonna rate the film franchise is by basically adding up all the scores from the 5 films and then giving the average. So it's 8 plus 8.5 plus 7 plus 6.5 plus 8. Basically the first one was 8, number 2 was 8.5, 3, 7, 4, 6.5, and the fifth one was 8. So that all equals up to 38. Divide that by 5, and that's 7.6. That means I'm gonna give the Final Destination film franchise a 7.6 out of 10. So yeah, that's my rate for Final Destination film franchise. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on the film franchise of Final Destination. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. Like the video as well. And that's basically it. This is Daniel Mart signing off.